Hey guys, Ryan here from the Golden Magikarp, and we're back with part 2 of the XY Furious Fists review that we're doing on this channel. So in this part, we'll go over the trainer cards of this set, and so, yeah, last part, we looked at all the Pokemon and EXs of the set, and there were quite a few of those. I think I did more than I needed to for that part. But, anyway, I attended a pre-release of the set, which you can click the video right there, and, go check out my video of that. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the trainer cards of this set. Alright, first let's take a look at the supporter cards. So here we have Battle Reporter. Draw cards until you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent. I can think of some situations where this could be good. For example, your opponent plays an N and they have 6 prizes and you only have 1, something like that. And you, by luck, just draw a Battle Reporter, get 6 cards, unless they use some on their turn, of course. But then, as well as if they Juniper, you only get a couple cards in your hand, play Battle Reporter, and you can draw some more. So, yeah, Battle Reporter can be of some use. Don't know what kind of deck it would be played in. I just guess all around, basically. But, yeah. Also, I really like the art on this card, which has, like, the fighting stadium in the background. So, yeah, pretty cool. Next, we have Fossil Researcher. So basically, this card's basically just gonna run in any deck that has Amora or Tyrant in it. Because, well, let's just read it. Search your deck for any search your deck for up to 2 and any combination of Amora or Tyrant and put them onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterward. Now, this can work hand in hand with Jaw Fossil and Sail Fossil. However, this, in my opinion, is better. You could get 2 of them out, not just one of them by chance if it's on the bottom 7 cards of your deck. So, yeah, Fossil Researcher can actually be pretty good, as well as having a cool full art version of the card. So, yeah. Here we see Karina, which is a must-have in any fighting deck. Basically, you search your deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card to go with it. Reveal it and put it in your hand, and you shuffle your deck afterward. This can be used to grab, for example, a Tyrantrum and a Jaw Fossil. Or there's just like a fighting EX, like Lucario EX, Landorus EX, Terrakion EX, just some strong EX, as well as an item card, maybe even like a Muscle Band or something like that, and just straight up put your Pokemon on the bench and you have an item card. So yeah, maybe like Professor's Letter, search for more energy. Basically, it's pretty flexible with this card. It's just a fighting Pokemon, that's what you gotta get. But yeah, Karina, game changer. Look for it. Now we are on to the many item cards of this set, and right away we see Energy Switch. Pretty basic. You just move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. So, yeah, I believe this is a reprint of another card, so not too much to go over here. Just swap an energy. Here we have an item that is in the game, Focus Sash. It's a tool card, so just attach it to one of your Pokemon, and basically what it does is, if it's attached to a fighting Pokemon, and the fighting Pokemon has full HP and would be knocked out, it's not, and it becomes on 10 HP instead, and you discard the Focus Sash afterwards. So, yeah, basically, fighting exclusive is it's not too good, I guess, but, this set is all about fighting Pokemon. So, I see this played in a deck that has low HP fighting Pokemon that you need to power up onto later. For example, if like, say Machop, I don't know how much HP that has, but if say it's like, I know it's not, but like 60 maybe, 60 HP, and it could be easily knocked out with like a hit from an EX, then he just becomes 10 HP instead. So, yeah, I guess not too usable except in a fighting deck with like weak fighting Pokemon. Here we have Full Heal. Basically, you just remove all special conditions from your active Pokemon. It's pretty straightforward like that. This card seems like it would be a reprint, but I don't know if there is a older print of it. But also this can work hand in hand with the card Sparkling Robe, which if it's attached to a Pokemon, they can't be affected by special conditions. But we'll look at that card in a second. Here we have Jaw Fossil. Basically, this is how you get Tyrunt out other than Fossil Researcher. And Mora has one that's Sail Fossil, which we'll look at next. But anyway, you just look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck, and if you find a Tyrunt, you put it on your bench and shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And here's the other one, Sail Fossil. It's the same exact thing, except it's an Amora. I think all Fossil cards work like this. You just look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck, find the Fossil Pokemon, and put it on your bench. So yeah, what's a shame about the Fossil Pokemon is you can't just put it from your hand onto the bench. Say you have like a Fossil Researcher, and you play like, for example, 2 Tyrunt. You draw 1 Tyrunt, and then Fossil Researcher grab the other Tyrunt, right? And you can only play one of them. The other one's not even playable. Well, it's kind of a shame. I guess you could end it away, but yeah. I spent more time talking about this card than I needed to. Yeah, Sail Fossil. Now here's an interesting and maybe not that good card, Maintenance. Basically, you just shuffle 2 cards from your hand into your deck and draw 1 card. So 2 for 1 is I don't think that's the best. I mean, it should be shuffle 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Because you have to discard Maintenance and then 2 other cards. So you're going down 3 cards just for 1. So I don't know. I like the art on it though. It's got all those tools. It looks pretty cool. Alright, here's that Sparkling Robe I was talking about earlier. And the card sure is sparkling because the scan is of a reverse version of the card, so yeah. It might be hard to read, but basically it says the Pokemon this card is attached to can't be affected by any special conditions, and remove any special conditions affecting that Pokemon when you play it down. So yeah, it's a tool card, just attach it, and there you go. This can be a game changer. You don't really need a Virizion EX now, you can just play Sparkling Robe. And yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I had that little idea with the Slakoth, where its attack puts both actives to sleep. You just Sparkling Robe the Slakoth, so you can just spam putting him to sleep. Maybe I could be using like a mill deck where you discard your opponent's cards while rendering them useless by putting them to sleep. I don't know, just some ideas I had, I guess. Sparkling Robe, everybody. Here we have Super Scoop Up, which I believe is another reprint, so the trainer cards are getting reprinted a bit. But anyway, flip coin. If heads, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand. So yeah, say your Pokemon's low on HP and has like poison, and it's gonna die, it's gonna get knocked out going into your opponent's turn. Super Scoop Up, bam, pick it all up. And no more damage, no more poison, no more nothing, and you can just play it right back down. So yeah, it's a pretty cool card, I guess. Here we have Tool Retriever, and I think the art looks a lot like that one gym leader Claymont from X and Y. Looks like his little backpack thing, like the hands on that. I don't know, just whatever. Anyway, basically you just choose up to 2 Pokemon tool cards, attach to your Pokemon, and put them in your hand. So you just pick up your tool cards again. So say, okay, here's a good example. Say you play like Focus Sash on one of your Machops with the low HP. Then already you evolved it to Machoke and then Machamp. The Machamp doesn't really need Focus Sash, since nothing's gonna one-hit it. So basically, just play Tool Retriever. You can grab that Focus Sash right back up that you never used or something like that. And then you can just play like a Muscle Band or something. So I don't know, Tool Retriever, it would be better if you got it from the discard pile. but it's pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, we'll have to see how many people play it. Now we're on to the 3 stadium cards of this set. First, we'll see Fighting Stadium. The attacks of each fighting Pokemon in play do 20 more damage to the defending Pokemon EX. In the games I've played with my brother, this has been very useful against his Heracross and Mega Heracross. So, yeah, it's a really good card. Yeah, doing more damage is always good. So, I would definitely play this in any fighting deck. Now we have Mountain Ring, and I think this one's cool as well. Prevent all damage done to bench Pokemon by attacks, both yours and your opponent's. So basically, if your Pokemon would do damage to your own bench, which I think a couple Pokemon do in this set, it would be blocked. But also, say you have like Darkrai EX, it does 90 damage to the active and 30 to one of your opponent's benched. That would also be blocked. So, I don't know, this card can be useful. I mean, it's kind of like an alternative to Mr. Mime with Bench Barrier. And it seems like it could be good, but it prevents damage to your opponent's bench, which is not good. Say like a Dusknoir deck. Oh, that would be bad. That would be bad for you. So, yeah, just Mountain Ring is pretty cool, I guess. And the last stadium card is Training Center. Each Stage 1 and Stage 2 Pokemon in play gets plus 30 HP. Now, that's a big boost in HP. I mean, usually, like, you see these cards, like, they do plus 20 damage to the active, stuff like that. This one's plus 30 HP. So yeah, Stage 1 and Stage 2, that means, like, for example, not Machop, Machoke, and Machamp would get plus 30 HP. And Machamp's already at, what, like 150 HP? That would be a tank. And then put, like, a giant cape on that, you could just power up everything. I guess Mega Kangaskhan EX counts as Stage 1. So what does that have, like 230 HP? That'd be 250. Put a giant cape on that, and it'd be huge. So Training Center has a lot of potential for like Kangaskhan and like high HP Pokemon already. You can just build up huge tanks. And now, finally, we take a look at the 2 special energies in this set, and that's gonna be it for this review. So, Herbal Energy. It can only be attached to Grass Pokemon, and only provides Grass Energy on a Grass Pokemon. If it's not on a Grass Pokemon, you have to discard this card. So basically, when you attach it from your hand to one of your Grass Pokemon, you just heal 30 damage. Just straight up heal 30 damage. It would be super overpowered if it was add 30 HP, just like Training Center. But even so, this is a pretty good card. I mean, you could just put it down and boom, 30 less damage on you. So yeah, as well as providing Grass Energy, it seems like a really good card. And now for the last card we'll be taking a look at in this entire set, and the review is Strong Energy. It's basically like Herbal Energy, but for fighting Pokemon. For example, it can only be attached to fighting Pokemon, only provides fighting energy while on a fighting Pokemon, and if it's not, then discard it. So basically, all it does is make your fighting Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That is also very good. Seeing as you could play 4 of these in your deck, you just load up one fighting Pokemon with all this energy. For example, Mega Lucario, who's already, whose attack already does 140 damage. You just load a ton of these on and you can do like 200 damage, something like that. You can just load up your Pokemon really quickly with Strong Energy. Alright guys, that's it for this review. And if you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated. Now, if you've just skipped to this part and not watched part 1, you can go ahead and watch that here. Also, if you're interested in seeing my video of a pre-release of the set, in which I open, I think, 8 packs on camera, you can click here. So, yeah, it's just some pretty cool stuff in this set, and I hope I helped inform you guys. There's a lot less info in this one at least, and yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed.